Hey everybody, Sandy here. We got our 14th episode of our New Year calendars franchise mode here in the PS4, guys. In the last episode, we went and played in the first round of the playoffs against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Make sure you go check it out if you haven't. Link is in the description. We lost badly. We got swept by the Pittsburgh Penguins, which is no big surprise. They got Crosby, they got Malkin. They've been there before, and we just got overall outplayed and dominated. So, we got to bounce back. I think it was tough to take that loss, but I'd say that we definitely have some things we need to work on, some positions that we need to improve on, and we're just gonna go straight into the draft because I didn't have a lot of opportunity to really look at who's available. I looked around at the other teams around the league, saw who might be going to free agency. I edited our trade blocks, so then we're looking to move quite a few different types of players. So I'm going to show you our trading block. I have Barzal up on the block because he's 23. As soon as he hits 24, I noticed once they hit, a bunch of younger players hit 24, if they're elite potential, that'll like lose like a third of its value. So I'm going to see if we get any offers for Barzal. I don't necessarily want to trade him, but he's not playing like the real Barzal. So that's why he's going to be on the trading block. Kiefer Bellows did not have a good year for us. His points are definitely not where we'd like to see them. He's still very young. Again, another guy I would consider keeping, but it's just trade value there that we can look to improve on in other positions. Anders Lee, his big contract, 82 overall. I want to use that money elsewhere. He really doesn't seem to play the way I want him to play. And, I mean, we weren't able to win. So I'm just trying to make some moves. So our surplus, we basically have, again, our third line scoring forwards. That includes a lot of different guys. Bailey will be on that. I'm not too keen on getting rid of Bailey because I think he's a big part of our penalty kill. So I would be okay. Again, if we got a big deal for him, if we got the right deal for anybody, I'm willing to trade people. But there's a select few that I'm really not keen on trading. Pending UFAs, obviously, I mean, I looked at a bunch of our contracts. A lot of our guys don't want to probably re-sign with us, so that's understandable, but it sucks that they don't have any faith in this team because, I mean, we got John Tavares, and we just need to, I mean, it would help if we had some luck, but unfortunately, we did get dominated there in Pittsburgh, so it's understandable. And then backup goalies, Sorokin will be on the block. We're willing to give up any draft picks, and in exchange, I wouldn't mind a top pick this year because I saw a couple players, including a defenseman that I'm interested in. Some depth picks obviously are always nice. Top two defensemen, a first line forward are always going to be what we're looking at, and then I specified this so then we get an 84 overall forward, preferably center. So the face-off rating I want to be 80, and passing I want at 87. I want a guy who can move the puck because a lot of our younger playmaking guys can't seem to do that. It was either between that or strength, and I decided to go with passing because I think we have a good amount of strength, or at least we may be losing it in Anders Lee. But I think I don't know. I just want to improve on this team, and it's just some options for us to look at. So and see what we can get. So we may get a lot of trade offers, and this may be a pretty longer episode, but we're probably gonna end up stopping it at free agency, and then you guys can see who's available, and that's going to be the key thing. Trying to improve this team as best we can, because John Tavares, we gave him his big contract, I believe 2 years ago now, and he's playing so great. I mean, he had 4 goals in 4 games played. He's a 92 overall, if you guys didn't notice, and I mean, he's legit. He's a playoff performer. We just need to get a team around him, honestly. I think that's it. We just need a couple more big guys and a couple more pieces, and I think we can go after some guys. PK Subban is a good example of a guy we could go after. So let's just quick look. Minnesota, do they want to trade the pick? They do not want to trade the pick. I'm not going to go after it. Detroit, they have 2 picks. They're not going to trade either of them if they don't want to trade the second. Yeah. So they don't want to trade either of them. I just noticed Zetterberg's still available somehow. I don't know how he's still in the league. Philadelphia, what do they have? They have a 4th overall pick, and they're not willing to trade it. 5th overall pick, Buffalo, I don't think they're going to want to trade theirs. Yeah, so that's not the case. They don't want to trade anyone. Columbus, just a peek and seeing if there's a 6th overall pick. No one wants to trade their draft pick this year. So 81 overall sniper, D Green. Looks like there's some good players here. 74 overall center playmaker, Lofton. There's another defenseman coming available, and Tillett, that was the guy I was looking at. He's medium elite, 74 overall, not too bad. Another medium elite and a top 6 forward in Shen there. Vegas still is an interesting spot. Seventh overall, they get a 65 overall top 4 defenseman. No trade offers yet. I'm going to quickly go around every team. I'm not going to show you guys just because I want to make this nice and quick, as quick as we can. And but I'm going to look around the league and see who's available, see if I can muster up any talks with some GMs about any big trades we can do, and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, guys, so I have finished up our little experience of looking around and seeing what we could get off the other teams, but it seems that there isn't really much. The only thing I really wanted to do was unload Anders Lee's contract, because I really am not sure how I feel about him on our team. I'm not sure if he is really the kind of guy that just, plays the way we need him to, not for the amount of money that he's worth. He didn't get any offense in the playoffs. He's a big guy. I mean, he played all right, but not in the playoffs. Playoffs were just not a good time for him. He didn't really get many opportunities. He had 5 shots. I'm not sure if it's just we're not giving him enough ice time or what it is. But I think I am going to be trading him to see if we can get a first-round pick, along with a couple of other assets, as well as trading Casey Cizikas' contract. So let's see. Lee, Cedarholm, Cizikas, a couple draft picks in exchange basically for a first-round pick in next year's draft from San Jose. Will it go through? Propose the trade, and trade rejected. So it's not going to work. Let's see if we can give up a couple of our fourths. I'm willing to do that to get a first-round pick. Will this work? And trade rejected. So they don't want to take on a Cizikas' contract. Of course you don't. So let's see. How about we retain a bit of cap? We will retain $500,000. Let's see. Will this go through now? Trade accepted. I am happy to accept this proposal on behalf of the San Jose Sharks, and we consider it a done deal. So we got a first round pick for unloading some salary. So that was a pretty good deal for us, I would say. We don't have any draft picks in the first 4 rounds. We don't have a single draft pick. Kiefer Bellows in exchange for a first-round pick from St. Louis. Let me look at this for a second. I'm not sure if we are wanting a first-round pick. 20 points. Yeah, 20 points was a really down year for him. He could bounce back. He's still very young. He gets 200 shots. We didn't give him a ton of ice time. Takeaway to giveaway ratio is pretty good. You know what? I might be willing to give him another shot if he plays like third line next year. So yeah, because we took out Anders Lee, so maybe that'll give a spot for Kiefer Bellows. Maybe give him some power play time. That could maybe up his status here in New York. But I mean, that's not a bad trade, but I think I'm going to decline it because I think Bellows I would want a bit more, even though I know that wouldn't be the case. Basically the same trade. No, thank you, St. Louis. They make their draft pick, and let's see, Anders Nielsen for a first-round pick. No, I do not need that contract. And Anders Nielsen, I could just get someone at free agency. His potential is already top 9, so I noticed him earlier, but he's not quite what we're looking at. Low elite power forward was just selected right before us. Is there anybody else? I don't see too many other guys, so let's go. I noticed a couple guys that were available lately. We could go after a goalie. Delisle, 6'3", right-handed. Let's see, Sturm, 6'4", Luongo. So I have this guy scouted to go in the 6th round, who is 17 years old, medium top 6 potential. I think I want to take a chance on him, but first I'm going to go after another guy first. I'm going to go out, where is he? Mikola. He's a medium top 9, power forward. We do have a lot of picks after this. Actually, you know what? I'll maybe go after Mikola if I can. Let's go after the top 6 potential sniper, see what we can get there, and a medium bottom 6 forward. Sturm was a low elite, unfortunately, but we have a couple more picks here. So let's see if we can hit a low elite or something like that. Mikola is available here. Verkanen is 17 years old. He could be a decent spot, but we're going to go after the power forward in Mikola. see what he's at. He's a medium bottom 6. So again, not that great. Let's see. We have another chance. Let's maybe take on that Finnish playmaker at 17 years old, Verkunen. Let's see what he's up to. See what he's looking like. Medium bottom 6 forward. Wow, these are all just the same guys. Same potential, same overall. It's not very much diversity. I don't really like that. I think that EA could work a bit more on that, but oh well. There you go, Peacock, medium top 4 offensive defenseman, supposed to go in the 7th round here. And is that other guy that I saw still here? Yeah. Well, there's another guy, a medium elite offensive defenseman, and I believe there was another guy who was supposed to go a bit later. If he's still available, is he not still available? Pinned? I pinned him. He was a centerman. No, I guess not. Guess he got selected. So, you know what? We'll just go off with Peacock, see what he's looking like. Low top 4, 53 overall. Not too bad. This draft is a lot better than, or these rounds are a bit better than the other ones. French starter. Let's look and see if there were any other guys. Medium or low top 4 defenseman. Not too bad. Let's see, top 6 in the 6th round. Low starter for Calgary, Zigomanis. We got Peacock there, and I don't see too many other guys. Let's we might as well quickly go over this before we miss anybody. Avery, low top 6. Quite a few low, like basically 4 Red Star players of the old game. There's a medium starting goalie. Goes to Vancouver. A couple low elites in a row. Wow. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm going to be honest here. There were 2 guys I was looking at. The Avery guy at center and Zetterberg at Zetterberg, low elite sniper. I was looking at him too. I wasn't sure if he was going to have that potential. Just because, I was kind of looking for some centermen, especially if I was looking at trading Barzil. So that's why I was looking at centermen before. And Zetterberg, I was kind of interested in looking at, but I wasn't going to go and reach for him. It's unfortunate that we missed out on that. Let's see. There was a high top 6 there. Anything else? Really? No, there's goalies. They're such low rated. But I think they develop a lot quicker in this game, some of them. They just gonna get random boosts. So that's, I guess that's good. But we got a 209th pick, and then I think we're pretty much done for the draft. Yeah, that'll be our last pick. So let's see if we can hit a diamond in the rough, maybe a low top 4 of some sorts, or low top 6, I guess, if you're going for forward. This guy has some good stats, not too bad. Keeping a center, Jensen. So you know what? I'm going to go after Pavelski here. He's a left wing sniper. See if we can hit him, and maybe he'll be a decent player. Low top 9, not great, but I mean, it's not a bottom 6, I guess. It's something different. And that's the draft. So only 5 draft picks, a lot of depth. But I mean, it's going to be a weak draft for us. I knew that was going to be the case. So we are going to hope to re-sign a lot of our guys. I'm not happy to see that you chose to trade away Casey Zikas. We had to, man. Hockey is a business. We're better off in the long run demanding. I got to be demanding from him. That's my kind of way to go. And he is Andre Case. He's going to be happy with that strong tone. So we're going to go now to the re-sign phase, and I noticed something. Because I created Dante Fabro, he's a UFA, and he doesn't want to re-sign with us. So we have a big problem. A lot of guys, not a single one, I don't remember a single one that was a UFA that wanted to re-sign with us. So let me quickly go over this. UFA, is there anybody that does want to re-sign? Okay, Henrique. Yeah, a bunch of guys that basically underperformed, and they know they wouldn't get another offer. Josh Norris also. Dante Fabro, that's not good. We need to sign him. What is he going to look like? And he could become a good defenseman for us. Jake Muzzin, he wants 4 years. Merrill, I don't have a problem releasing you. You did really nothing. I don't know how you want that much money. You're not going to get it. But we're just going to have to go through, basically. So, want an extension, main roster. Let's go to goalies. We're always going to start with goalies. Sorokin, he does want to re-sign, so let's see. It looks like he might develop, actually, into a starting goalie, potentially. That's actually good news. We'll give him $1 million there. I'd say that's fair enough. Ryan Miller, he's going to want probably a deal now. We're not going to pay him that. We're going to stick with Sorokin, I'd say. Subban doesn't really want a contract, and he wants a one-way. So we're going to release him. That Finnish goalie there, we're going to leave. So there is our goaltending situation covered. Defense, we're going to have to try and sign Dante Fabro first. He's the young guy. So 3 years, 2 years. I think 3 years is pretty fair. How much cap space do we have? We have about 20 million. So let me make sure. Let's quickly look through everything. Mayfield, he wants a one-way deal, so we're going to pass on that. Van Sompel, he wants a two-way deal, but I think I'm going to pass on him as well. Maybe see if there's any other guys. Top 6 defenseman there. Weatherspoon, I will re-sign him. See if there's anybody else. Falkowski, no, we just got him, so then the trade would go through. Keep on going. Right wingers, we're just going to keep on passing, make sure we have all the guys that we need. Ojimaki, he can have a one-way or a 1 year deal, one way or two way, and play in the AHL for us. Derek Dorsett wants a deal. He is going to want a one way. We're going to pass on him. Skeever, he wasn't too bad for us, but I think I'm going to pass on him for now. We'll go for Andre Case. I'd say qualify him, and we should be all right there. Left wings, see what we got here. Pavelski, Sundqvist, let's see what he wants. He wants a one-way deal. We are going to not qualify him. We'll just release him there. Eli, let's see if he wants something. I will release him. We can get new guys for the AHL. Centers, let's see what we got. We got a lot of centers that are available now. Keane, he's going to want a one-way deal. Good for him. He's not going to sign with our team. Bitten's there. Belmare, he had some decent numbers, but I think I might have to pass on him just because we got a lot of other younger guys that have a spot to take. So maybe we'll re-sign him later on, but not right now. Bouvillier, we're going to qualify. Barzal, we are going to qualify. Adam Henrique, I'm not sure if I want to re-sign him to a deal. We may. I think with Zizekas gone, I think we're going to need a two-way guy. So he may be our third line to second line center. We'll have to see. Josh Norris, he's going to want a deal. Again, we have him qualified. He looks like he could be pretty decent. Let's check a look at all these other young guys. Barzal, yes, he wants a ton of money. That's a good sign. I'm hoping he becomes a first-line center. I really want him to produce. He has that offensive awareness, but I think his defensive awareness is really pulling him back and not making him as effective. Jake Muzzin, we have to look at re-signing him, I'd say. I think he did all right for us. In the season, the playoffs, he slowed down. You know what? I don't think I can blame anyone for that playoff run. I mean, he played the style that we needed him to. He didn't really get much offense, but we are going to look at re-signing him 4 years. That's what he wants, and we're going to see if we can get him for a deal, I guess. But I don't think he's going to want that. Let's see. What is Nicoletti getting? 5.5. Maybe we can give him a 5.5 deal for 2 years. That seems like a fair deal. 2 years sounds good. We'll see if that works. If not, then, oh well, I think we're going to have to release Jake Muzzin for now. But we do want to get Dante Fabro signed here. So let's go for $3 million for 3 years. I think that's a decent deal. He might be in our top 4 next season. Carlo will be our number 5-6 defenseman on the bottom pairing. Montour will basically get played wherever. I mean, these guys are all just going to get played wherever they play best. So let's keep on looking. Weatherspoon, Kavanagh is another young guy I'm very excited about. We're going to have to see what happens with him, if he can grow into a top NHL defenseman for us. Right wingers, we'll just quickly go and see if we have to sign guys. Andre Case, I think I'll just sign him to a 1 year deal. Or, I mean, he's qualified, so we'll see. Maybe he'll accept that qualifying offer. Henrique Norris, we're going to have to sign. Let's make sure we get him. I'd say $2 million is pretty fair, so I guess we'll sign him to, let's go 1.9, see if he accepts that. Adam Henrique, let's look at his numbers. So he wasn't too bad in the NHL, played an okay amount of minutes. I think he's still capable of playing well. He was only a -2 against the Penguins, playing some decent minutes, so I think he's an effective guy. He's going to want 4 years. Let's see if we can get him for 2 years and see if we can get him for a good deal here. Maybe 3.7, 3.65. We'll try that, see what happens. And we're just going to have to keep on going here. It's really tough because I don't think Jake Muzzin's going to re-sign. But I mean, we're just gonna have to see. Yeah, he rejected. So he wants to test out the market. I'm gonna let him test out the market. Adam Henrique signed. So did Fabro. So it's looking good. Sorokin feels that he could impact the NHL roster if I was given a chance to play. I don't know what the heck that has to do with signing. You have to sign first. But I mean, we're just gonna have to try and re-sign him again. Josh Norris accepts. Ojimaki, a bunch of AHL guys there, and we are good to go. So Jake Muzzin, we're gonna have to let go. I'm not willing to pay him a ton of money right now. I feel we could. I'm definitely okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that I wasn't okay with signing him. I meant not right now because I want to see who else would be available. And then defense, right wings. Let's quickly look at this defense. Goalies, Sorokin. We have to re-sign him. So 1 year's, yeah, we're just going to give him 1 year. We might as well give him 1.4, I think is fair. 1.35. Give him what he wants. Centers, Matthew Barzal is the interesting one. He is going to get better, apparently. 2 years at probably 3.65 is probably the same deal as Henrique. That'll probably be what he's going to keep with. So 1.35 for Bouvillier. I'm okay with that. We'll give him 1 year and we'll give him 1.3. And I think that should be pretty much it. You know what? We might as well sign these guys so then they don't get bigger offers from other teams. 1.3 is, again, a pretty fair deal. We'll give him 1.25. And that should be it, I think. We don't really have any other younger prospects that we need to sign that are unsigned. So we're just going to have to let that be the way it is. Actually, you know what I will do is I will sign that top 4 defenseman that we got in like the 6th round, Peacock. We'll quickly give him a contract. Let's see if we can lower that a bit, and that should be good. So advanced day, and we should be able to sign these guys. They're just all RFAs. Again, we can re-sign them after. Case accepted. Sorokin is still rejecting. Again, you need to re-sign if you want to play, dude. So I guess we got to give him like 1.5. I don't know what's up with that. But we have 9.8 left in cap space, so enough for one more big signing. Sorokin, I don't know what you're doing, man, but if you want to re-sign, you better do it now, because I don't want to lose you. He looks like he could become a good goalie, but we have Talbot right now, so I mean, I'm not moving away from that. There you go. He accepted, so that is it. That's all we have to do. Sim to free agency, and we'll see what else. It says 41 minutes, but I know it hasn't been because, I mean, I took a lot of time for looking at the trading blocks and seeing who was available. And now we are at free agency. This is where I'm going to stop it. It's going to be a very short video. I'm going to try and get this out as soon as I can. Ryan Murray, Jeff Skinner, look at that. 2 big guys. Jake Muzzin is, of course, there. Let's quickly look at everything. Oh my gosh. Let me just take a second after that. Goalies, we could use a AHL goalie, I'd say. There's a couple of starting goalies. We could use these guys, definitely. We need goalies, so I'm going to try to sign both of them because other teams are interested, so I'm okay with signing both of them. I don't feel cheap doing that because we need goalies, so I mean, I won't fill our system with a bunch of goalies, but we do need goalies there. So let's see if there's any two-way goalies instead of Vanacek or whatever his name is. Samuel Martimbol, Oscar Dansk maybe is an option. Martimbol, let's see, what does he want? He's probably not going to turn out to be much. We're just going to leave it. We're okay with playing our young goalies in the AHL if we're able to sign them. And now we have defense. So let's quickly look at this. Oh my goodness. We are finally getting to the years, and I haven't done this yet. I haven't done this in a single GM mode. I haven't got to the point where I've got to see a bunch of good prospect defensemen to select from. So we're going to try and sign them. Like, why not? I mean, we're going to need it. So, and I'm not just going to trade them straight away. I don't know why the low top 4 guy is the one that they're all interested in. Go for the low elite. Let's see. Any overall guys available in this draft? Bogosian is down there, but I don't see it. Hickey. Braun is a defensive defenseman we could play with. Letty. Jared Spurgeon is another guy who's available. He played on Pittsburgh. He isn't too bad of an option. Ryan Murray is our best option. He wants 6.2 for 3 years. San Jose's looking to sign him, so we could definitely sign a couple guys here. We would just need to move out a couple guys. I'm not sure who yet, but we have guys that we will have to look at moving. Dadonov, Bodker, a couple guys there. Jaffray, medium elite sniper. I'm gonna go. You guys are just gonna say to go after them, so I'm gonna go after them. Again, they're maxed out. We can't give them more money, and other teams are interested, so we're just gonna have to accept that. And maybe there will be other opportunities to sign some guys, but we're just going to have to leave that for now. I'm going to go after UFAs just for now. We can look at RFAs maybe after. Tolvanen is an option. So, you know what the heck? We're going to go after Tolvanen and see what we can get there. Is he looking to develop? Well, I guess I'll leave it. I'm not really... You guys can let me know. It would have to be a one-way contract, so I will ask you guys about that. Chris Kreider, Nemesnikov? I always call him Nemesnikov because that's what Superman does. I know. All you guys are going to start chirping me. I'm Superman, right? Patrick Marleau, Reed Boucher has always been a solid sniper. Maybe he could be a depth option for us. I would be okay with that. Any prospects here on the left wing? Not too much, a bit there, but not crazy. There's the low elite guy, so we'll go after him. And you guys saw it, and I saw it. Casey Middlestat, center, 21-year-old. Why not, right? I mean, holy crap, 88 points, 54 goals. I mean, I think we have to go after him. I mean, why not? Ryan Poling is another option there at center. Not too great of stats. Again, we have a lot of centers, but we can move them to the wing. Hargrave, let's see. Coyle is another option on the second line. We don't have to play these guys necessarily at center, but we have options. Bozak, Gagne, and some prospects, but there you go. Centers, overall rating. Coyle, Middlestat are probably the only guys I'm interested in there. Maybe Poling. Boucher, maybe a two-way guy, and Zucker. You go for offense and Nemesnikov, but we have a lot of playmakers. Kreider, that's, a higher rated overall Chris Lee, or Anders Lee, what am I saying? Not Chris Lee. I'm thinking of the defenseman. A bit more physical. I think that's why I boost his rating. Jeff Skinner, another sniper. I'm not sure. We have a lot of guys there. So I think that my feeling is go after maybe Middlestat, maybe go after Ryan Murray, maybe Spurgeon instead if you want a cheaper option that plays right side. We'd still play Ryan Murray right side, but I'm just saying if you want the right-handed defenseman. But again, we have a lot of right side defensemen too, so we may have to move some guys to move out some cap if we want to sign any of these guys, if we want to sign multiple, if we want to make a trade. So I'm going to quickly go through the trade block, and if I see anybody available now, then I will let you guys know. If not, we will come back. So I talked with some GMs. I looked around to see who is available. Winnipeg has quite a few roster guys available, bigger contracts, bigger age, but again, options nonetheless. I'm going to quickly go over to the teams that had some guy options. Mike Green, an offensive defenseman, probably not the best option. Elias Lindholm, if you want to take a chance on him, I don't mind his defensive stats. He could be a third liner for us, maybe have Carolina retain cap or something. Let me go over to Edmonton. Milan Lucic, probably not the best option, but again, he's there. Couple defensemen and Marcus Johansson. Yeah, Marcus Johansson off Florida. And who else is there? Minnesota didn't have it. Nashville. There you go. The defenseman and Franz Nielsen. So lots of guys available off Nashville, but I'm going to show you guys something. I'm not sure if it's changed. I didn't actually look this time around. But do they want... Okay, so they do want Matthew Barzal now. Before, they didn't want anybody. They just wanted, they wanted Josh Norris or something, and then they didn't want any other players. So if you wanted to go Barzal or Hosang or Fabro or Bellows in a big package deal, then you could do that. We do have draft picks now. We could trade the San Jose pick. So you guys can let me know. Again, I know you guys really want... You really wanted Ryan McDonough for the longest time. I think his overall may drop after this year, so we would have to win within this next season. PK Subban may stay at that rating, but again, his contract, we'd have to retain cap on it. Ryan Ellis is an option, but again, I feel like we could just sign someone. A good contract, good player, right side. I feel like a lot of people trade for him in this game. Shattenkirk and Tatar are options as well. They got some good offensive stats. So again, we have options now that I say that. Philadelphia, Travis Sanheim, just another option on top four, but I didn't really like his stats, so I'd say probably not. And that's pretty much it, guys. I didn't really see any other teams with interesting names available aside from the ones that I showed you. If we go to view contracts now, we can see our team situation, what we could look to improve, and you guys can again leave your comments as usual and see, and we can see what we might be able to go after. So we do have Sorokin and Talbot as our goaltending situation. We have Vanacek as our starting goaltender in the AHL. We could trade him and then get a starting goaltender, or just roll with the young guys, or just keep them. Again, you guys can let me know. But we have defense. We have Brodin. He doesn't want an extension. We're going to have to get an extension on him ASAP. We may have to try and extend him. Let me just quickly see what that might look like. If we're looking for long term, which probably would be 8 years, either 8 years or we could do 5 years or 4 years, something like that. That's an option. And then we could give him like 7.5 or 7 because that might be an option. Brandon Montour is another guy that we could re-sign. There's just a lot of things going into it. No one wants to re-sign with us because we're not getting playoff success. We could sign a contract extension to Svechnikov, but I think I'm going to hold off on that. We'll come to that when it has to be. But looking at our situation, defense. If we do trade a defenseman, or if we do sign a defenseman, then I think we should be okay. I think Montour and Carlo could probably be the bottom pair. Letty and the other defenseman, and Brodin and Fabro, or the other way around. We have a strong decor, really deep. I wouldn't mind trading one of these defense if we meant, or trading two of them in a package to make sure we got a top end guy. I would like a second line center, but again, it says Barzal is his money is going to go up. So if that's the case, I'm not sure if we do need to trade anybody. It's just having everybody perform at the right time and not getting matched up against Pittsburgh in the first round. That's really all it is. Or just beating them. But it's going to be tough. We definitely need to be better. Right wingers, we have our right wingers, I'd say. Our left wingers, again, we could look for some depth guys. We have a lot of young guys. Maybe sign some AHL/depth guys, players, and I can do that. Again, we have a lot of young prospects that we have to look to sign. I'll just make sure that we have enough guys for the NHL and the AHL. Maybe signing a couple two-way contracts, some depth options, maybe a couple two-way forwards for the bottom six. I'm not sure, but we have a lot of options. Our center core, our forward core, just in general. Let's look. If we have our top line there, or at least in our top six, this is our top six here. Maybe spreading it out, maybe putting Panarin on the second line this time around, because I think. I know Panarin and Tavares did really well, but if we can get Eberle and Tavares good, and then put Panarin maybe with Barzal, maybe that would get him going. Svechnikov could play in that lineup. It's just, we have options. Adam Henrique could again play in the top six. We have Bailey, Bouvillier could play probably in that third line, or Norris. Again, we have to depend. It depends on who's playing. Bellows is there, and then we could look for some fourth line guys, but we have Forsbacher, Carlson, and Case. So we probably need to sign a couple depth guys, but again, we can look into that. So you guys are going to be letting me know in the comment section down below. I'm very sure about that. And but I mean, we don't really have much else to do. We just kind of have to roll with this team, or maybe make a big splash. It's up to you guys. I will look into your comments. I will definitely look around, see what we can get. In the trades, in the trading section and free agency. I will look and see what makes sense. We also have to look forward to the future and seeing if we can re-sign guys like Brodin and such, because he's a big part of this team as well. So anyways, I'm going to end it off here. Make sure you hit that like button to show your support. It is greatly appreciated, guys. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss out on the next episode, which should be soon, I'm hoping. I do have a ton of hockey coming up here. It's literally like games and practices like every single day. So that's getting really intense there. But yeah, and then we do have another video potentially coming out in the next week or so about a lot of things coming up on the channel. If they're even coming up on the channel, we'll have to see. I mean, again, I always say that I'm gonna post a video or something, but then it doesn't happen. So Hopefully that's something that will change, but again, it's just depending on my schedule. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next episode.
1, 2, 3, let's go!